Hi everyone, it's Brittany, your SDE for San Diego South. I'm going to share with you some texture talk today. We're going to go through some hot tips and tricks to bring out your natural texture. This is something that we focus on during our texture courses in ULTA Academy, and I thought I'd share some hot tips of how I recreate the look on myself. Here we go. All right, let's get this party started. So you're going to start by detangling with the Mazzani Miracle Milk 25. This is my favorite stuff. It adds so much moisture, detangles, it smells amazing, and it's good for all hair types. So if you have super textured hair or fine hair, it just gives a really good amount of moisture and it's amazing. I'm gonna go in and detangle my hair. I'm gonna use a wide tooth comb. You can also use a wet brush or a Denman brush. It just kind of depends on how much texture is in your hair and how tight the texture is. I like using a wide tooth if I'm gonna wear my hair curly, just so that I can really let my curls breathe and not stretch them out too much. However, if I had a tighter texture, I would definitely want to go in with either a Denman or a wet brush, something a little bit that has a little bit more tension. So after that, I'm going to start sectioning my hair. I'm going to break it down into quads just so that it's easy for me to navigate through. Okay. Next, I like to add the chlorine. This is a smoothing and anti-irritating spray. So sometimes I get a little bit of a sensitive scalp or dry, itchy scalp. So after my hair is sectioned into quads, I like to use this to spray down the sections to really get it worked into my root before I wear any style. Next, I'm going to go in with my styling product. I like to prep each section with styling product before I move on to the next section. So let's say I start in this front right section. This is the section that I'm going to start with my styling product. So for this look, I'm going to use the Kenra Curl Glaze Mousse. This is a really awesome product because it gives my hair shine, it holds and forms the curl, but in a really soft and flexible way. So I'm going to take a pretty fairly good amount of product into my hands, like this, and then I'm going to take it and really just work it through the entire section, starting at the ends and working my way up. I get extra texture and curl right around my face, so I like to layer a little bit of extra product right in through this area. All right, now we're ready to do our twisting. So because I like to wear my hair with a lot of volume usually when it's curly, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with just a standard 2-strand twist. I'm gonna take it into sections and start twisting the hair. All right, so I've chosen my section. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more product and apply it just to the section I'm working with, and it gives my hands some pliability as I'm working. So I'm gonna split this section up into two, and I like to really make sure that I take that front one and let that be the one that gets tucked behind. It's because I have some short pieces and some pieces of hair that really get extra curly. So starting with that being in the front and tucking under allows it to really get stretched out and around into the shape. And then you're just gonna go through after you've split that section into two and do a 2-strand twist. So I'm just taking the 2 strands and wrapping them around each other and then getting to the ends. When I get to the ends, I'm gonna add a little bit more product and then just twirl it around my finger and just let it live. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next section. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some additional product to work through my second section the same way I did the first one. Giving my hands some pliability, I'm gonna really make sure I apply that to the front pieces and take this section. And since this section, I want my curls to be a little bit bigger today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this just into one 2-strand twist. So I'm gonna take that and then I'm really just working with the 2 twists and wrapping. I'm keeping my hands tightly and closely to the area that I'm wrapping. That way I really help keep the tension on the wrap. This will help your wrap from uncurling itself. And it's okay to feel like you're using a little bit more product than you should. What's gonna happen is it's gonna create a cast on the hair. And then after the cast is on the hair, you can really go through and break through it during styling. And I'll show you how to do that at the end. Okay, this is what your twist out should look like. Now, depending on how tight your natural texture is, some of your twists might be tighter than mine, and that's okay. We all have different textures. So this is what mine look like. I'm now gonna diffuse my twists. I'm gonna go in with low air and low heat using the diffuser attachment on my blow dryer. Okay, for this, I'm gonna be using the ULTA Keratin Treatment Oil. It is so soft and it smells so good. This really, really helps break up your twists. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some in my hand. And then I'm taking the oil and really just taking the twist and starting to separate them apart. I'm not scrunching them or breaking the cast too much, just taking the oil and really softening and untwisting. So I'm going to continue to do that all throughout my twists. And what you can do is if you don't want to diffuse it or apply any heat to this style, you absolutely can still do this. You can even sleep on the twists or wear them for a few days if you like. So again, just taking that really nice ULTA oil treatment and going through each strand and really just kind of breaking them apart and softening them. And that's where we're gonna start. So if you're doing this technique on your guests in the salon, you can always pre-wrap them the way that I did and then place them underneath the hooded dryer. This is a really great opportunity for you to either now go ahead and take another guest if you're comfortable power booking. If not, this could be a really great time to talk to your guests about different things that we have in the store, or maybe have your skin therapist come over and give them a mini treatment. So what this oil is also doing is breaking through that outer cast that was created from the little bit of hold that we had in our soft mousse product. It also is going to smooth out the cuticle and leave you with super shiny, soft results. All right, now the fun part. So once we've broken up all of your twists, I'm going to go in with a pick and just really kind of break up those shapes a little bit more. So I'm just using a Diane pick just to kind of go through and really kind of volumize and loosen up at the root. And this is a technique that will actually take you through an ULTA Academy during texture. I know that you guys are just as excited about texture as me, and I can't wait to show you more. Another really great way to do this is to tilt your head to the side or upside down to continue to break up that cast even more. One last trick to break up your curls even more is taking your curl and separating it by just simply pulling up towards the root. This is going to really encourage that natural texture shape. But I love doing this because my natural curls on their own can be really uneven, and they're definitely a lot tighter than when I do the twisting method. I really love the way this makes my curls look. They're so soft, so bouncy, and virtually frizz-free. Although there is a lot of beauty in the frizz and the texture of curly hair, I really love the way it makes it look. All right, this is the finished look. can't wait to show you guys more. Have fun. Bye.